Part 2 with no examples, that's not good graphics settings there. Hey, Vince Nitro Man, how you doing? Just popping to say hey. You've been getting to bed earlier because too many low-light sleeps taking their toll on me. I hope I catch you soon. Man, you go rest up. I've actually been wondering where you've been. Your absence has been noticed, but I totally understand the need for sleep. I do stream late for a lot of people, especially if you're on the East Coast. But thank you for showing up, and I'll catch you next time. Salty Frank, thank you for showing up as well. Okay, audio. Okay. I'm going to turn the music and the sound effects down just a little bit so we get nice, crisp voices. Yeah, totally understandable, Vince Nitro. When daylight savings kicks in, it might be a little bit better for you. Huh. 4 players on wing keyboard, maybe? Yeah, it definitely feels like it was meant for a console and then ported to the PC. I don't know how I feel about that. New hero. I believe the Imperial Soldier and the High Elf are unlocked right now. Let's just do the stock Imperial Soldier. What do we got here? A true bastion against chaos, Volan uses his shield and military strategy to turn the tide of his enemies power against them. The more his attackers try to overwhelm him, the more effective he becomes, decimating hordes and wretched creatures with formidable counterattacks. Sounds like a tank to me. Colin Varner the Scarred is a veteran of the mighty armies of the Empire, has only known war. Cynical and contemptuous, he is unrivaled in the art of combat. Having a hard time reading that dialogue there. Hey, Mura? Moora. How you doing? I don't think I've seen you around in the chat before. Good to have you as well. Always nice to see a new face in the chat. Let's create this guy here and see if he is worth a damn.
There was a time when an emperor ruled in Nuln, and the Empire was at peace. But that was long before you were born. Soldiering is the only life you've ever known. Your father was a swordsman in service to the Elector Count of Reichland. By the time you were 15, he was dead, and his sword and armor passed to you. You've lost count of the number of battles you fought. Some were victories, others defeats. Most were fought over the same barren hills and empty villages, year after year. You rose through the ranks, replacing men who'd fallen along the way. Then came the news of the Chaos invasion. Panicked Reichlanders spoke of the end of the world, and you feared they were right. With the Empire divided, who could stand against Kur and his horde? But then, a nobleman from the old imperial capital of Nuln stepped into the breach. His name was Magnus, and he called upon the warring Elector Counts to stand as one and drive back the Chaos Horde. You expected no one to listen, but this time was different. Magnus's message spread like wildfire across the Empire. Within weeks, you and your company were on the march, joining the growing army as it headed north. Not even a lifetime of battles could prepare you for the nightmare that waited at Kislev. Just when all seemed lost, Magnus and his knights launched a desperate charge against the Chaos Warlord and his bodyguards. Surrounded, you and your men held back the Horde until Asavar Kul had fallen. It was the company's greatest victory, and its last. By the time the battle was over, you were the only one left. Once the dead were buried, you accepted Magnus's invitation to join his retinue and return with him to Nuln. After the horrors you witnessed at Kislev, defending the Empire from its foes is the only battle worth fighting anymore.
Okay, so a couple thoughts out the gate. That voiceover is really fast, and I am someone who speaks fast, and that seemed really fast. So I do hope that gets redone.
It is a night made for witchery and evil deeds. And across the city, guardsmen clutch their weapons tightly and count the hours until the dawn. Sleep is hard to come by on a night such as this. The air is tense, and memories of the battle at Kislev leave you restless and on edge. Suddenly, a peal of thunder shatters the stillness, followed by a howling wind that shakes the tower to its foundations. Foul magic curdles the air, and screams echo in the courtyard outside. The tower is under attack.
All right, so there's that.
Sounds like trouble in the courtyard. I'd better take a look.
We seem to have a lot of people popping in. Welcome all to the chat. I do appreciate you dropping by. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Okay, left click. That feels nice. I've seen worse ARPGs do things. Let's take a look. Hey, Introspect, how you doing?
Chaos forces are storming the tower. I've got to get to Magnus.
I am going to lower my picture just a little bit so more of the game is exposed. Give me 1 second here so you guys can see what's going on just a tad more. And yeah, Salty Frank, exactly. It went real fast. Let's see what we got going on here. Twin-tailed comet. There it is. Okay, left click. Alright, alright. That's pretty standard. Nothing to necessarily write home yet, but it feels fine. A for potion, okay. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. A for potion, but it's clearly assigned to Q. This was very much not designed for PCs. It's designed for consoles in mind. You wouldn't have an error like that if it was designed for consoles to begin with. So, I know some people hate that. Something to keep in mind. Looks like it, like Diablo 3, refreshes over time. You don't have to have a bunch of individual flasks either.
Thanks, Sigma, you're here. There's monsters everywhere. The tower's being overrun.
Sekiro looks amazing. Like, I'll definitely be playing that.
Stand fast, soldier. They're here for Magnus. Where is he?
Upstairs in the throne room. There's armor in a chest by the stairs. Take whatever you need, but hurry.
Mouse selected. Okay. Ah, okay, I see how it is. It does change your character. Maybe did it not equip it? Okay, not a fan of that. I mean, it feels weird. I should have been, like, it shouldn't have been that precise to click. If you're done in a hurry, things change. But remember, this is a beta. Over time, they can dial that stuff in. Equipping kills cost skill points. You earn skill points each time you level up. Then get them back if you unequip. Okay. I gotcha. That's a whole bunch of skill. Wow, a whole bunch of skills. I'm into that. That's nice. That's real nice. So it looks like we got 3 basic skills, a bunch of advanced skills, god skills, whatever those are, and then a whole bunch of passives go along with it. Okay. The question is how many skill... Damn, even more. Passive god skills, collector's guild skills. Okay. There's a lot of leveling to do in this game. I'm into that. The question is how many skill points do you want to get into a run? Are you going to be able to get a whole bunch of them, or can I eventually get all this, or is it like Path of Exile? I kind of have to pick and choose. Looks like I have 21 right now, so let's go ahead and do some stuff. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it says 21, but I can't do anything with it just yet. Status. Attack, utility, defense. I'm assuming that this is like your magic meter. They just call it utility. It might vary from class to class. This could be like how much, whatever the warrior mana equivalent is to do the special skills. No idea what any of those are. Not sure why that's highlighted. So far, this all looks pretty standard. I do like how loot is busted out into extra gold, loot quality, and experience bonus. Like, they're 3 individual stats, so that's nice. I am a fan of more stats compared to less. I would rather have these 3 busted like this than 1 overall loot skill, for example. Just leveled up. Alright. Quite a new skill. Oh, I see how this works. Okay. I have 22 skill points total, but I can't unlock these until I hit the appropriate level. Okay. I get it. It's a little bit like, what's the game I'm trying to think of? Let's go up this way, see what we got. Come on, there we go. Unlike the archetype abilities, press space to use it, C to view its effects. Okay, that's what that is. It's kind of like your class ability, if I had to imagine. For a powerful shield blast has a chance to stun enemies. Automatically consumes a shield charge to make the effect more powerful. Well, I have no idea what shield charge is, so... I like that tapestry work. No, it's not, they're not tapestries, it's just artwork, but... I like it. I like it quite a bit. Like, yeah, Archeon, I believe his name is, with all the forces of chaos, and then what looks to be an avatar of Sigmar there, at the very least a priest.
As you reach the throne room, the air seethes with foul magics. A Chaos Sorceress stands before the throne, and Magnus, the savior of the Empire, is caught within her spell. There is only one thing left to do. Shouting a challenge, you charge across the room, ready to give your life for the future Emperor.
Looks kind of birdy,
By the time you regain your senses, the battle is over. The sorceress is gone, leaving you and Magnus for dead. The shouts of angry men fill the throne room, but these are not guardsmen. They are witch hunters, the Empire's feared inquisitors, led by none other than the infamous Heinrich Voss. You are under arrest for the murder of the Emperor Magnus, Voss declares. You try to tell him about the sorceress, but Voss refuses to listen. I see no sorceress here, he shouts. Only you and a room full of dead men. Confess your crimes, Captain Voren, Voss threatens. We will have the truth from you one way or another. After a week in the dungeons, you'll tell me everything I want to know. But before the witch hunter could make good on his threat, a commanding voice filled the room. Stop this madness at once. This is the work of chaos, Teclis says. Sorcery of the darkest kind. Teclis examines Magnus in silence. He lives, thank the gods, the High Elf says at last. But he is in the grip of a powerful curse. It is only a matter of time before he succumbs. The fate of the Empire lies in our hands. We must find this sorceress and end the curse before it's too late. If Magnus dies, the Empire dies with him.
Yeah, that narrator speaks way too fast. Like, just way too fast. And it's... His voice has, like, emotion in it, but it's very monotone emotion. I know that sounds kind of off, but it sounds like he's doing his damnedest to do, like, a Shakespeare impersonation, but not actually speaking Shakespearean prose. There's something off about it. I can't quite put my finger on it.
There are dark and terrible forces at work in the city,
Now, I'm glad you agree, Fomo.
If we are to find the sorceress and defeat her, we must confront the dark cult that has taken root in Nuln and expose its secret master.
Okay, so the narrator and Teclis are one, or all this voice acting is just placeholder voice acting until the game actually comes out, because this is in beta still. I think it still has a couple months before it even launches. I want to say it has a May release date. If you happen to be in chat and know off the top of your head, please, by all means, enlighten us. But I believe it's end of May when this game comes out.
I hate to say it, but shouldn't this be a job for Voss and his gang of witch hunters?
You saw the mayhem the witch hunters left in their wake during the March of Kislev. Torture, executions, fire, and pillage. If they were unleashed unknown, it would lead to questions that we dare not answer. Not if we want the Empire to survive.
Now this dude, Voss dude, I like him. Or Volan.
What do you want me to do?
He sounds right. He sounds like he belongs.
The attack on the tower came from the sewers that stretch beneath the city. So long as the enemy controls the tunnels surrounding the tower, our position here is vulnerable. Your first task is simple. Enter the tunnels and drive the cultists back from the tower. Kill everything in your path, but beware. There is no telling what foul things await you in the darkness.
All right. That's got to be like your equivalent of focus or energy or whatever. Oh, there's the shields. Okay. There are the shield charges. What do we got here? Some kind of hub world? Okay, that's what that is. Release date of June 4th. Thank you, Flomon. Flomo Neohome. I have no idea how to pronounce that name, but thank you for looking that up. That's way far out. We're just now in March, so March, January, March, April, May, June, 3 months. That's Flom 101. Thank you, for some reason this wasn't clicking. That's still plenty of time to resolve some issues, or that could just be how the voice acting is, and it could just be that one guy. Just something about it doesn't sit right with me. I can't give you a more detailed explanation than what I did already. There is no map. That I don't like either, unless I'm missing it. Controls. Yeah, I can't rebind keys at the moment. If I can, I'm not seeing it. How deep are you in the Warhammer fantasy lore? I know 40k way more than I know fantasy They're Walking Orange, but I know enough about Warhammer fantasy. For example, I know who the Chaos Gods are. I know who Sigmar is. I know of the Empire and Kislev, how they weren't really one nation. They were like two nations of humanity. There's also like the Vampire Counts and the Tomb Kings and the High Elves of the Dark Elves, etc. So I know like the basics of it, but I don't. If it comes down to like names, I'm going to get lost. This is where I was. I'm assuming the yellow is where I need to go. I don't like that there's no map. That bothers me a little bit. Oh, interesting. Okay, boss rush, expedition. I like the idea of a boss rush in ARPG because let's be honest here, whenever we're playing Diablo, we really don't care about the trash. We just want to get to the bosses. Expedition, those might be like adventures. Just a speculation here. Main quest. I like the idea of a boss rush to this, though. I really like the level designs. As far as, rather, I like the art style to the levels. Let me phrase that. The design itself, I really haven't taken a look at yet. But I like the backgrounds. I like the tapestries I saw earlier. Not tapestries, but the mosaics, the reliefs. I don't know what you would call them. The backgrounds are spot on, though. Whole bunch of new stuff. Oh, yeah. Let's equip that. I am being slow because I want to take in the game. I don't want to just rush through what we got here. I want to explore. I want to play around with it. I want to see what we have. Oh, Nurglings. Okay, we are fighting Nurgle. At least down here, that's definitely the Chaos God we're up against, and that would be fitting for a tour. Yeah, this is all very Nurgle-y. Especially with all that crap right there. God damn. Nurgle, for those who don't know, is the chaos god of pestilence, disease, decay. So think zombies, think plagues, think rotting flesh, think disgusted, bloating stuff. A lot of enemies. I'm into that. Oh, there's the map. Okay, so the map, you can hold down tab. It just wasn't popping up in the city. No way to, like, highlight stuff that I can see. Once again, not having the ability to customize my key bindings is kind of keeping me from what I'm seeing from what I can and can't do. Where the hell are they going? Oh my god! They formed a Nurgling mass. Little bastards. I did find a whole bunch of new stuff, so let's take a look. Don't have... Can I not equip that? Okay, I can. Bless an item. Currently locked. Okay, so I have no idea what Blesses does. Hey, I thought that was cool myself there, Flow 101. It was... That is a little fitting with the lore. The Nurglings would kind of turn into this massive ball of things. Think that old 80s movie Critters? Kind of like that. Shield charge. Okay, I'm into it. It's got one hell of a cooldown. Yeah, that is like your focus or skill or insert whatever warrior version of magic is. Go back a little bit, see what I just got. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, I don't like how cluttered this screen is. I don't like how exact I have to be to put the It's hard to explain, but you have to be like really exact on that to get them to replace the item they're on. Wasabi Bobby, is this game like Diablo? Is there gear and skills, or is it more like the newest comment? It definitely feels like Diablo. It feels a lot like Diablo. Yeah, equipping doesn't feel satisfactory. There's just something off about it. You can't... You have to be like dead center on that. If you're off by a little bit, it doesn't replace it. But it's definitely a Diablo-style game. It's an action RPG, for sure. Thank you for asking. Uh-oh. Oh, it's because I'm out of... Okay. You must get this while fighting. I bet fighting increases that. Let me find out. Let me put that to the test. If I smack something... Okay, yes. Smacking stuff increases your focus. So you want to be offensive as this guy. You can't just sit back and let it recharge. I've only played it for, what, 20 minutes now. It seems fine to me. I'm definitely into it so far, Wasabi Bobby. I see potential here. And being a beta, that's really all that we're looking for, is the potential. If this game has the potential of being something good, as opposed to if it's good already. And it's not one of those betas where it's like, oh, this game comes out in a week, and it's not really a beta. That's more like a pre-order drive. This actually is a proper beta. I want to see how the other classes operate, too. Let's put it this way. The Warhammer license is very hit or miss when it comes to video games. For every Vermintide that you get, which is an amazing game, you get something like Deathwing or Fire Warrior. For every Dawn of War 1, you get a Dawn of War 30. So it's very hit and miss with that license. Games Workshop will hand out the Warhammer license to anyone willing to pay for it. That's the problem. Yeah, there's Path of Exile if you really want, if you're really looking for like that Diablo 2 experience. But Path of Exile is a little too much for me, if that makes sense. Like if you ever take a look at the Path of Exile skill tree, it is like it gives me a headache to look at it. But I fully admit there are people who are into that. It's a little too much though for me. Okay, that. No ASWD moving, by the way, if you're a big fan of that. It's all mouse click. I just picked up a gear. Let's see if we have anything good. See, like that. I move it, like, right there, and nothing happened. I had to, like, put it right on top. I like Grim Dawn. I like Grim Dawn quite a bit. I need to finish it one day. I like the lore to Grim Dawn. I wish there was a way I could sort my inventory a little bit so I can separate the blues from the grays. Or, you know, it could be the background. Yeah, it is the background. Maybe I don't need that. Diablo 2, I loved being the Necromancer in Diablo 2. I'd have so many skeletons it would crash people's computers. Because remember, that was back in the day where your phone today is more powerful than the computers back then. So... Excuse me, I'm like coughing here. Alright guys, come on with it. Excuse me 1 minute, I'm about to cough and I don't need for you to all hear that. My apologies. You know, Walking Orange, there have been, in my opinion, there has been some great 40k games. Dawn of War, the first two, amazing 40k games. Space Marine, it was a good 40k game, but it wasn't a great 40k game. Battlefield Gothic 2, absolutely love, but you can technically make the argument that Battlefield Gothic is different from 40k.
It's done. The tunnels surrounding the tower have been cleared, but there are signs that there are larger enemy camps deeper in the sewers.
See, I like Volan's voice actor. That's fine.
I do not doubt it.
This dude sounds
The
weird,
servants of Nurgle flourish in darkness and filth. Our battle against the cult has only just begun.
I would point you in the direction of Battlefield Gothic then there, Walking Orange. I like Battlefield Gothic a lot, but it is a genre that appeals to me.
You have done well, Captain. Return to me when you are ready for your next task.
Okay, that's not... okay. Wonder if there's a place I can sell all this stuff at. Skills. Do we have any new skills? Okay. So it looks like we cap at level 50. I believe the beta only goes up to level 20, though. I have no idea what these god skills are. Still don't know what that does. overall stats. I don't know what this is either. I got 6 of them, whatever it is.
There is grim news from the tower. Voss has learned that a large group of Magnus's guardsmen have gone missing. He believes they might have pursued the cultists into the sewers during the attack.
Wasabi Bobby, Vermintide 2 I think is amazing, but it almost requires you to have 3 friends to play it with you. That game is definitely scaled for 4 people, especially if you want to do later games. I had no problem with any of the... I had no major bugs or issues with it. I love Vermintide 2. If you like that Left 4 Dead style gameplay, it's definitely worth looking at.
Hot-headed fools. The sewers are
Pick
a
it up
maze.
on a sale for like
They could have
half off.
gotten lost in the tunnels. Or worse.
Someone needs to find them and try to get them out. If the cultists haven't trapped them yet, it's only a matter of time.
I have not played enough yet to be able to tell you that, Wasabi Bobby. I literally started this at like 9:15. It's 9:50 right now. I haven't done any quest over again to be able to give you that answer. Dash for Jack, man. I remember those, the Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance 1 and 2, and Champions of the North. My God, were those good. Those were so good. Fallout Brotherhood of Steel, not so much, but Dark Alliance 2 specifically was something else. I was shocked. I remember being so down on it when I first heard about it, because I remember playing Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, like the old classic RPGs, and I remember turning my nose up at Dark Alliance, because I was like, what the hell did they do to one of my favorite RPG series? This is crap, this is dumbed down for console peasants. And then I played it, and goddamn, it was fun. Yeah, there was a Champions of North 1 and 2 that wasn't there. There were 4 of them total. Wish I had a little bit of more of a pickup radius for gold. You have to be like right on it to pick stuff up. I wish the game was a little bit more fluid. I definitely don't like that this seems to be the exact same dungeon I just came out of. Like, I swear I was just in this dungeon. Like, down to the place where the sandwich chest. Yeah, same here. I would play that game with a friend into the wee hours of the night. Oh, I love that. I love that area effect, how it actually has, oh, I can't quite make out what it says. It's something in that quasi-German writing the Empire has. I need to do that in an open area. Let me do that in an open area. See if we can read it. Romeo Bestheine Finsterns Mina. I can't quite read what it says. I like that. I like that it actually has like texture. That's a cool visual style. I like that. Yeah, Walking Orange. Warhammer had this weird, like... You know how 40k has, like, that weird bastardized Latin they call High Gothic? In 40k, their version of High Gothic is a bastardized German that really isn't German. It's just meant to sound like it's German. And they'll occasionally throw in a few actual German words every now and then. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want you getting into that big son of a bitch. Get out of there. Oh, God. Get out of here. Oh, with the 30 minutes or so I played of it, I'm definitely into it. I'm not. I like what I'm seeing so far. It's a good base. If this was, say, final product, I might be a little crestfallen. But right now, it's good. It definitely doesn't help you, the walking image that's like spinning in a circle too, and like half of it's upside down. That's a big problem. Okay, get out of here. Okay, we just opened up a whole bunch of stuff. See, I don't like how that inventory just sits there. I wish there's a way that I could order it in some way. I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't even, like... Oh, I can drop it. I can sure as hell drop it. Yeah, one thing... A couple things to keep in mind. One, code was provided to me for free. So anything I say, keep that in mind. Disclosure is important. I am playing on the PC as well. And I could tell from the menus and the options that this game is designed to work with consoles and was ported to PC, not the other way around. If there is crafting and enchanting dash the jack, I have not seen it yet. That's not to say it's not here, but I am still I'm in the what I would call the tutorial section still, where they're kind of introducing new concepts to you. But being a demo, we are going to, or a beta rather, we are going to explore every part and aspect of the game that we can. That includes doing a deep dive into the crafting if it becomes available. That includes taking a look at another class before the night's over with. I like the sense of scale there, how it dips down. It definitely feels like it's dipping down. The art design, spot on. Nurglings look like Nurglings, cultists look like cultists. You look like a soldier of the Empire. The levels, very cool looking. Hey, get out of here.
Damned cultist lured us into a trap. Tried to fight, but too many of them.
Take it easy, soldier. I'm going to get you out of here.
They took them. Anyone's still able to walk. Dragged them, screaming, into the darkness. Forget about me. Find the others.
Okay, so the voice acting of everyone else but the main narrator, I'm into. Totally fine with. Are there classes? Your classic warrior. So the classes I've seen so far is this guy. I want to say I saw an elf mage. I believe there was an elf archer, and there seemed to be like a dwarf berserker. This guy seems to be a tank of some kind. I'll assume that they fall into what you think they're going to fall in. What is this circle actually doing for me? Okay, it's a damage buff. Okay. And a cooldown and a... Okay. It buffs a lot of stuff, so it's good to be fighting in that.
I found the lost soldiers, but it was too late. They'd been lured into an ambush and cut to pieces. Most of them, at least. The cultists took the rest.
The men were alive when they were taken?
Yes. But what does the cult want with a handful of prisoners?
I played about 10 hours of Divinity Original Sin 2. I'm not that far into it, but game's solid.
Not prisoners, Captain. Sacrifices. Offerings to the Lord of Pestilence in exchange for more power. We must do everything we can to prevent this. Go and make whatever preparations you require. Then return to me as soon as you are ready.
Passive skill. Okay. So let's take a look down here. Here we go. Passive skills. For each nearby enemy, damage dealt is increased and damage taken is reduced. That sounds potentially amazing. You want to be swarmed. We're about an hour in. I will take this time just to plug for channel real quick. If you like what you see here, feel free to give a follow. If you want to support me in any way, feel free to subscribe, throw bits at anything that you can think of. If you're sitting on Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime sub account and you haven't used it yet, I appreciate it here. But if you don't use it here, use it somewhere. It does go to waste if you don't use it. Make sure you give it to your favorite streamer. By no means do you feel have to by no means feel obliged to do any of that, though. I'm just jazzed to have you all here. Donation. Donate items to Collector's Guild to increase your reputation and earn rewards at each level. Okay. So it's a way to dump your old gift. Trade non-rare items. Yes. I'm into that. I'm way into that. Just get it out of here. Hey, Flomo. Thank you. It's definitely appreciated, Flomo. Flome 101. Christ, I will learn that name eventually. But thank you. Thank you for the subscription. So that's armor, but it is 86% loot quality. I think we're gonna equip that. Okay. Do I not have a shield equipped? How'd that happen? Oh, I can just right-click. I don't have to drag over there. I can just right-click it and it takes care of it. See, it's interface stuff like that, though. It's not 100% apparently clear that you can do that. Now, I'm assuming that that collector rep is what we saw down here. Collector guild skills. Experience increase, gold increase, maximum life increase, rare drops, enemy champions deal less damage and suffer more, movement speed increase. That sounds really powerful if you start doing the farming. Okay, so it gives you something to do with all of your old gear. I wish he had like a name or something over his head to show that he's here, because if you forget he's standing there, there's no icon on the map, there's no name above him. Little quibbles so far, but solid so far. And yes, I'm repeating myself. Someone said it earlier in chat there, Jash the Dak. Let me see if I can scroll up and see it. Someone did look that up for me. Trying to see if I can find it. Flome 101 says June 4th. So, if today is March, April, May, June, 3 months. 3 months is a lot of time to work out. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Look how awesome that stained glass window is. You have the twin tail caught of Sigmar. You have the Imperial Skull with the laurel around there. You have the Hammer of Sigmar. It really does look like a Church of Sigmar should look. That's what I'm talking about, how the art design of the levels are really cool and very true to Warhammer.
There is no time to waste. Even as we speak, the cultists could be preparing to sacrifice their captives. If they succeed...
They won't. You have my word.
I might be dropping frames just a little
The
bit.
enemy
Let
will
me
do
know if the stream
everything
comes
in their
choppy.
power to keep you from reaching the captives in time.
I'm getting like 58,
Choose your
59
battles
of mine. It should
wisely.
be 60.
Now go, and good hunting.
Back into the sewers again, huh? Oh, you out of here, Flow 101? Once again, I'll get it down. If you're out of here, I appreciate coming by. Thank you for the sub, and I hope to see you around again. Okay, now we're... Oh, shit, we're timed. Okay. That's interesting. Timed mission.
You saved my life.
I would talk with you, but I'm timed. It is the same goddamn... No, it is random. It is different. I don't have time to deal with this. You all gotta go. Okay, I can't, like, pick that up, and I don't know why. Well, I hope that wasn't anything good, because I can't pick it up. Starting to feel powerful with my attacks now. That's good. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping for. The options of this game are very limited so far. Once again, it is only a beta, so that's stuff they can develop later, but I would love to see more of the options. If I wasn't on the clock, I'd show you what I'm talking about right now. But I am on the clock right now.
You saved my...
That guy's saying the same thing over and over again, and he has the same model. That's a little bit off-putting. But that's such a small quibble. Like, are we really when it comes down to the review of this game, are we really going to care if it's the same NPC over and over again? No, at least I'm not. I'm more interested in the game playing any good. Because I can speak English. Alright, we leveled up. Once again, we will deal with that when we are not on a timer. I do have a new skill, though. No idea what it is. Enemy eye is a little brain dead. Cutting edge breakthrough. Powerful reels. Oh, you just kind of... It's like Leoric from Heroes of the Storm. You just start swinging wildly and anything in your way gets smacked up.
You saved my...
Or it could be like septuplets. Like identical septuplets. It's a very, very difficult pregnancy. It doesn't have smart pathfinding like in Diablo, so let me show you an example of what I'm talking about. If you're here and you click here, you're not going to naturally just hug the wall and go around. You kind of have to lead them around it. Oh my god, that skill's actually really good to wade through like hordes. Oh, baby. Chaosbane. Oh, I'm stunned. Don't be stunned. Don't be stunned. Okay, a little bit of a problem. Enemies are not dropping health, by the way, so it's a little bit different than Diablo in that. Oh, I'm fucked. Enemies are not dropping health. Pay to revive, sure. Ah. Okay. So there is a pay setting, or a death penalty. Don't get stunned. That's what kills you. I was playing this a little bit like Diablo 3 because I was expecting health globes to drop. That doesn't happen in here. I haven't seen anything that drops health yet. As far as I know, I haven't seen anything for microtransactions. It took gold that I've been earning in-game. Like Diablo's death penalty, you lose some experience, you lose some gold. Here it's just pay gold if you want to start over again.
You saved my life. Thank you.
I have not seen anything that hints at microtransactions. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that they won't be in the final game, but I think that's just a death mechanic. It's some kind of penalty to prevent you from wanting to die.
You saved my life. You saved my life. Thank you.
Oh, there's still one more guy. I thought that was all of them. Come on, boys. Go for a ride. Get in. There's the last one.
You saved my...
Alright, we've done our bit. Now let's just get the hell out. I really like that skill quite a bit. You just hack through mobs with it. It's really cool. In a game with in any of these action RPGs, when you have like hordes of enemies, you have the whirlwind skill in some of them, which lets you cut through stuff, but this makes it feel like it actually has weight. I'm a fan. Big fan of it. Oh, Chaosbane, how you doing, buddy? Gonna smack me with that crap. Get hit. Typical boss fight rules, just stay out of the circle. Just stay out of the crappy drops. That was cool. Disappears kind of early. I would have liked to have seen that goop stick around. Like, that skill specifically, this, like, I'm just holding, I'm not doing anything besides holding 3. And you just keep going forward in a straight line, like, beating the hell out of everything your way. It feels really cool to deal with mobs like this with. It's not all that powerful. I mean, it's powerful, but it's not overly powerful. It's just powerful enough to make it feel like you're making progress through a horde. I'm into it. I don't know what 4 does. What do we have here? Taunt. Okay, it's a taunt. Which, if you're playing with multiple people, is something you want with this character. He seems to be the tank. In fact, he gets stronger with that passive the more people around him. Local multiplayer or just online? Do we know? So, while I'm here and you bring that up, I am technically listed on an online game, so I imagine there is online multiplayer, but it didn't really give me an option to join parties. If you take a look at your options and you go to controls, I don't have any key bindings, but if you notice, it says player 1, 2, 3, and 4, and they're all on the same keyboard. So I don't know if like I can be on a keyboard and I can have other people as like a PlayStation or Xbox remote. So I don't know what the hell's going on there. They also called it a paddle. Good sign that this is a European company because they're not kind of like a joystick or a gamepad. They're calling it a paddle. But it looks like 4 people can do it. And if I had to venture a guess, on console, you could probably have 4 people on one screen. But I can't say for certain. And, oh, you mentioned, someone was asking about difficulty. There's easy, a very easy, normal, which is what I'm playing on. Hard, very hard Chaos, Chaos 2, Chaos 3, Chaos 4. So essentially like the different levels of Torment in Diablo. And it looks like I can kind of shift them on the fly. Oh, here we go. Invite a friend or find a game. Friends only, public game. I don't want a public game. I want to stay offline for this. Because I'm going to be taking my time. I don't want to waste someone's time who wants to run through a thing.
I got to the cultists before they could start their rites. The captives are safe.
Well done, Captain. The Chaos Gods withhold their gifts from those who fail them. This will weaken the cult and increase our chances for victory. Now is the time to press our advantage. Return to me as soon as you are ready, and I will have a new task for you.
Okay. Just give me 1 second here. I need to adjust something just momentarily. There we go. That is going to be the question there, Dash for Jack. How much content's going to be in the final game? I know you can get to level 50 just from what I'm seeing. Where the hell did you go? I totally missed what I was supposed to do. Like, I totally, like, did not listen to what he just said for me to do. Ooh. Okay, that's good. Okay, common, but technically better, because I'm 7 now. A little bit less armor, but more health, sure. Yeah, that looks better. See, I don't like that I have to go through all this individually. It bothers me just a touch. We're just managing the skills right now, seeing what I can and can't increase. See what I can equip that might be better. You know, I don't necessarily mind the Season Pass. Microtransactions I hate, but if they just tell me what's in the Season Pass up front, I'm a little bit more accepting of that. Especially for something like, hey, for 15 bucks you just get all this for free. Rather than the nickel and diming. It sits better with me, but your mileage may vary. I totally get if that's just beyond the pale for you. I totally understand. I just want a final price that lets me know everything I'm getting. Okay, what do we have? We have that taunt and everything else, okay. Passive skill, yeah. What the hell was I supposed to do? I completely, like, missed what I was supposed to do. I wasn't paying attention. I was busy reading other stuff, and now I don't know where to go. Yeah, I'm not seeing a quest tab. Journal, here we go. It does not give me... It does not give me anything there, unfortunately. It gives me the dialogue of what was there. Yeah, it's just all the dialogue over again. And it does not have the newest quest that I did on there. So we're faced with a couple possibilities here. One, the game could have, like, glitched out and didn't give me a path. Two, he told me to go somewhere and it's just not highlighting it and I missed it. Or three, this very well could be the end of the beta. It could just be those 3 missions. And there's just no closed beta, thank you for finishing the game, because they let you keep running things over and over again. I'm going to explore these other rooms real quick just to see what we got. Okay. Main quest. Okay, yeah, that's all locked off to me right now. Okay, we're going to leave the game. And we'll come back in and we'll see. Oh, now it's giving me the quest rewards. Yeah, it just didn't give me the quest rewards. I think we had a little bit of a bug there. But as you just saw, game's still in beta. Now it's up. Yeah, it just didn't spawn the next line of dialogue. Or it didn't count the quest as complete, or any number of things. It was just a small glitch. Not that I was able to see Dash Jack. It's much like Diablo. You have the stock characters you pick from. Now, the armor that you're wearing changes. Each piece of armor does change as you equip new things, but I haven't seen any, like, Dye Master or anything like that lets you transmogrify sets or change colors or anything.
Since the attack, we have been on the defensive, reacting to the enemy's plans. That ends now. We must seek out and destroy the cult's source of power if we are to end its reign of terror here in Nuln.
And how do we find this source of power?
The cult must have camps scattered throughout the sewers. Find one and capture its leader. He will tell us what we need to know.
Okay, that sounds solid. Yeah, no, not back to the sewer. This is somewhere else. This is out here. Press 2 when the gauge is full. Well, I have 2 assigned to something else. Once again, so you can tell the game is not meant for, it was not optimized for PC, because it's not 2 that I need to press, it's a tilde key, it looks like. Oh, it gives you a different set of commands as well. Oh, Plague Bearers. No idea what those fragments are for. The fragments have to be used in crafting, right? Damn Plague Bearers. Dude, you are a stock human. You would be dead of all kinds of diseases at this point. An improved skill. Costs more powerful version, but costs more points. Okay, hold on. Let me clear the area out first, and we'll take a close look at that. Okay, improved cutting spear. Requires 4 skill points. I have 4 left, so let's go ahead and put that on. Now, I have 28 to work with, so I can't just max out with the most powerful of everything, which... Because you can only equip skills equal to the number of skill points that you have, or how much things cost. So this is 4, this guy is 0, he's 5, he's 5, 5. So all these guys are 5, 10 as they get on. So you have to kind of pick and choose what you want for builds, and I can see that you have to get very creative. You can't just have the best of everything. You might be able to have like the best of 1 or 2 skills, and then like a middle slot for a couple others. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays around once you cap out. And if there's ways to earn skill points beyond just leveling. Get up there. Come on. It looked to be 50 for sure. I'm not seeing any skills above 50. It might be different when the final game comes out, and I believe the beta is capped at 20. So far, this whole area is just one straight line. Which, it's a bridge, right? I get why it's supposed to be. It's just kind of funny. I wish the enemy names were actually shown in something. Because I know what they are because, well, I know 40k. Or Warhammer, rather. But your average person isn't going to know a cultist from a Chaosbane from a plague bearer. We need some kind of name popping up to let people know what's there. I like that it gives you a little health icon, a little icon of your potion to remind you to use the potion when you're low on life. There's a lot of lore to the Warhammer right now. Just any of the Warhammer universe. They've had like, geez, going on 30 plus years to build that universe out. It's been retconned multiple times. So it can get very confusing if you're trying to absorb it all at once. I am starting to feel a lot more powerful as the game goes on, which is good. That's how an ARPG should be. I'm pretty sure I just picked up a rare of some kind. A couple, okay. Very nice. Yeah, we'll definitely equip that. Why are those red? Are they broke? 10 years spitting WoW. I used to know WoW lore like the back of my hand. Not so much anymore. I played WoW from vanilla. I played WoW almost daily from vanilla until halfway through Cataclysm. And then I stopped. And now I'll get back on every now and then. Like I popped back on when the new expansion came out, which name escapes me at the moment, and played that for like a month. What's the name of the new expansion? It's not Heroes of Azeroth, is it? No, Battle for Azeroth. That's what it is. Superior slashing skill. See, I don't have enough skill points to take that. So, let's, I'm not using Taunt at all. So let's take Taunt off. And that gives me enough to do that. Yeah, okay. I'm not using taunt because, well, I'm not in the party. Now, it does increase your block, and maybe later on it's good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's real nice. We're back in the sewers, though. We went across the bridge only to go back to the sewers. Yeah, that is cool. I'm a big fan of that. Big fan of that. Anything that pulls you out of the actual gameplay is almost always a detriment. It should be avoided whenever possible. Okay, that sounded like a buff. Because it is a buff. I like how the things just jib and go flying. Big fan of that. Little bastard nerdlings just go chunked and flying across the screen. It's very nice. I've only seen like 4 enemy types total so far though, and I'm already level 10, and we've already done like 4 missions. There's the nerdlings, the cultists, the plague bearers, and the Chaosbane. So I know there's only so many things that the 40k unit, or the Warhammer universe rather, will let you have, because there are only so many models they can make. But I wish there was more of a variety with enemies. So far, there really isn't. That's a bunch of stuff. Here we go. If they're going to have socketed gear, I have not seen anything on it yet. Like, not even anything close. Oh yeah, that's a bunch of stuff. That's satisfying. Real satisfying. See, that's what I'm talking about. I can, like, use that skill to kind of work my way up to that guy. You can handle it. You're good. You're man. There we go. But, like, there was that dangerous enemy back there. I was able to use this skill to just kind of cut a path to get to him. It's a way to get to mages and anything designed to burst you down. Big fan of it. Let's go this way.
I smell man flesh!
Oh, Beastman.
Kill the unbeliever!
Okay, I got some Beastmen in here. Oh, hey, buddy, let's bust out that. Still take damage in it, so I gotta watch out for that. Significantly reduced damage, though. Oh, you swing your sword and it looks like a giant hammer, like the hammer of Sigmar. With over 70 monsters aligned with the Chaos spots. Okay, 70 is a lot, but here's the question. There's 4 Chaos Gods. Are they going to count each cultist from each Chaos God that might have the same model, but just a different skin coloring as the same, as different monsters, or are they all the same? That's what I want to know. Because, for example, you can have a Nerval cultist, a Sneak cultist, Corn cultist,
I was told to bring you in
a
alive,
cultist.
you stinking monster. But nobody said anything about bringing you back in one piece. Understand?
And they could all show the same character model, but just be colored differently. And they could count them as 4 different ones right there. Now, I'm not saying that is what's going to happen, but I want to know if they're doing it that way or not. I want to get deeper into the bestiary, because so far, it hasn't been all that varied. And are they counting each individual boss as a separate monster? Yeah, it's that old trope.
I have your prisoner, my lord, but I don't know how useful he will be. He's more beast than man.
Leave him to me. I'll have the answers I seek, one way or another. Return to me when you are ready, Captain. All will be made clear then.
Personal stash unlocked. Let's go take a look at that. Oh, no, Jastak. I'm pretty sure Diablo had way more than 20. I could be wrong, so don't necessarily, like, back me in the corner on that. But it feels like Diablo had more. So this is where your personal stash is, huh? Gotcha. And these are all the classes. Okay. Like, this is who you are. There's your elf dude. There's the huntress. There's the dwarf. I get you. Store items sharing between characters. I kind of don't want to give that up. I'm not going to. Okay. I'll be going in there in a second. Let me take care of some stuff here. And we'll just trade everything else that we're not using too. Just get it out of the way. Got a Tome of Wisdom, whatever that means. Let's take a look. All experience gains are increased. Very good.
Fortune is with us. The Ungor required very little persuasion to turn on his human allies.
We'll do, Jasper Jack. Thank you for showing up. I always appreciate seeing new faces around here. I do hope I get to see you again in the future. I like seeing new people come into the chat. I like it when they interact. It's been a good game for that. I'm glad to see some new people around. You have a good night, and I hope you sleep well.
The creature says the leader of the cult is a man named Friedrich Kessler, and has offered to lead us directly to the cult's shrine, located deep within the sewers. This has nothing to do with trust. If there is one thing that all followers of Chaos have in common, it's supreme self-interest. They will betray anyone and anything in order to protect themselves. Faced with certain death, the monster will not hesitate to turn on his former friends.
And he won't betray us just as quick.
That dude, Volan, he sounds a lot like Simon Templeman.
Not while we're holding the knife.
Back into the sewers again. Okay. A lot of this game is set place in the sewers.
What's this?
Rise! Spawn of Nurgle! Slay the unbeliever for the glory of the Plague God!
You die first. Oh, no. You get your ass back. Oh, what the hell's that? Oh, no. Disgusting little bastard. I wonder if the other gods are going to be touched on here. If they're going to have Sleech or Korn, or shockingly Slaanesh, given how much Games Workshop seems to want to disassociate themselves with Slaanesh. Okay, it was what, a passive skill? Potion cooldown time is reduced. That is pretty nice. It's actually real nice. I don't have enough to equip it, though. Oh, and I can only equip 3 passive skills at the same time, it looks like. I think we're gonna hold that. Can I just go out the way I came? Kind of got the way. Oh, baby. Come on. Out of focus or whatever that was called. There we go. Skills are starting to feel real good now, the ones that I've equipped. Starting to learn the ins and outs of them. Plus, just cutting an Nurgling in half and setting it flying is never not satisfying. Weird looking stuff up here, it looks like. Yeah, if you don't want to come to me, I don't want to go to you. Okay, come on. Getting a little fatigued of sewers and Nurglings over and over again. We do have some Beastmen now. That's nice. Kind of want some new environments, though. Come on, baby. Actor. This also gets you out of those areas real quick. Not quick, but it does get you out of them, so that way a horde can't just pin you down and they drop horrible area of effect stuff on you. That's nice. There we go. Cut through here. exit's gotta be here somewhere, right? Oh, I was like still holding it down, wasn't even paying attention. I'm like, why is he still hacking and slashing? It's because I was pressing the button. Where is the exit? Looks like it's some kind of venture, I guess. If I had to venture a guess. Alright, deeper down here we go. Oh no, spit us out. Okay.
The damn beastman was lying the entire time. He led me into a den of monsters and laughed at me as he died.
I had not expected this. No mere human cult could command such loyalty from an Ungor.
I don't understand.
Nor do I. And that troubles me. If the servants of chaos would sooner die than give up their secrets, then we must find another way to reach their hidden shrine.
I'm open to suggestions, High Lawmaster.
You sacrifice a whole bunch of babies. Just
Heinrich
line them up and kill them.
Voss
Open
has
the
more
gate, Nurgle.
experience with these chaos
go.
cults than anyone else in Nuln. Speak with him. Perhaps he knows a way to obtain the information we seek.
I'd rather fight another nest of Chaosbane.
What was that?
Nothing, High Lawmaster. I'm sure Witch Hunter Voss will be happy to help.
Luck blessings. I do want to find out what those are. So what are luck blessings? See, it says bless an item. So if I were to bless an item, if I were to select that, content is currently locked. I have no idea what a luck blessing is. It doesn't really tell me. Item has been blessed. I have no idea what that means. I'm also locked on that screen. I have no idea what a blessed item means. Other than, like, you know, the obvious. Yeah, that means nothing to me.
You were lucky to survive the Ungor's trap, Captain Volan. Only a fool trusts the word of a servant of chaos.
Have you been spying on me, Witch Hunter?
Uncovering secrets is part of my trade. I have...
Yet you knew nothing about a chaos cult gathering strength right under your very nose.
Yeah, take that.
I haven't time to waste on idle chatter, Captain. What do you
Also,
want?
taunting the witch hunter is never a good idea.
There is a shrine to Nurgle somewhere in the sewers. How do you find it?
Cultists often hide their secrets in symbols etched onto their flesh. Look for elaborate tattoos on any cultists you find. Concealed in the lines may be the location of the shrine.
And if I bring you such a cultist, you'll be able to decode these tattoos?
I only need the tattoo, Captain. The cultist is of no use to me.
Fair enough. Like the cut of that man's jib. not sewer. We'll see if this leads into an even more disgusting sewer. Really should be using that skill more often. There we go. Come on. I gotta get the timing down a little bit better on when I run out of energy. Oh, hey there. Definitely gotta get rid of you. He looked like he was summoning things. I didn't approve of that. It's a lot of plague bastards. Might be a little bit of an early night for me because I'm doing that thing where I'm starting to drift off. I'm like slowly closing my eyes. So far this has like been the same, like slightly different variations of the same type room over and over again. The lever design itself needs work, which is why I was trying to separate level design from art design. And hey, look at that, we're back in sewers again. What was that? Oh, it's a buffer. Okay. Come here, buddy. There we go. Oh, Nurglings. Oh, looks like I got a pile of them. Coming right at us. Oh, you little bastard. I mean, it's not a good sign, but I'm kind of starting to doze off. It's not a good sign for your game. I'm having fun, but it's very repetitive so far the longer I play it. Not really seeing anything different here than I was an hour and a half, 2 hours ago when I started. Let's take a look at skills. Got something called Smash Through or something or other? Break through the ranks. There it is. Skill points per 5. Charge forward, shield, damaging, and repelling enemies. Okay. I'm going to put that down there. We'll see how. Let's turn that off. Let's put you here. Let's see how well that works. Okay. It's a quick way to get through things. Maybe. We need to test it against something. Okay, it doesn't let you get through, but it does knock them back. Might be worth keeping.
Kill the unbeliever! Tear
Let's
him
always kill
apart!
them. I'm gonna jack you up, dude. Once again, dozing off during the game. Not a good look. But I do want to reiterate, the game itself is fine. It's just after 2.5 hours in, I've seen 4 enemy types, and I've seen like the same sewers over and over and over again. It is kind of starting to get a little long in the tooth. Here we go. Maybe think about increasing the difficulty to one above. Oh boy. Definitely want to at least finish this one. Looks like I found the end right here. Or maybe not, or is it this way, or maybe it's down here? Oh, it's down and around and then back underneath that. I see it. Yeah. Map design needs a little work too. Whew. Excuse me. Goddamn. I've given you a chance blessing. Bonus loot as long as you're alive. I'm not seeing it listed anywhere.
I've done my part, witch hunter. Take this foul thing and tell me what it says.
Yeah, that sounds more and more like Simon Templeman.
The symbols should not be difficult to decipher. Return to High Lore Master Teclis when you're ready. I shall have the location for you then.
How many more additional skill points? Okay, so we can definitely pump something up now. I'm thinking that passive there. Faster potion recharge, probably a good idea. wish there was more tradesman stuff right now. Because I still don't know if I can actually trade goods, craft items. I haven't seen any of that stuff yet. But with all of... let me take care of this. Where was it? With this stuff right here, you have to be able to, right? And I mean, they are giving me money. I just can't spend it on anything.
Fortune is with us, Captain.
The timing could not be better. I have consulted the archives, and the signs point to a propitious time for the Lord of Pestilence. Kessler and his cult will be gathering in the depths to perform their obscene rites.
Just so tired.
So we ambushed the cultists and put them to the sword. Sounds simple enough.
Killing the cultists isn't enough, Captain Volan. There will always be weak-willed souls willing to serve the ruinous powers. If we are to break the cult's power, we must also capture Friedrich Kessler, as well as any chaos relics he possesses. Only then will Nuln be free from Nurgle's grasp.
Okay, we'll do this one because it sounds like it's a boss fight. Run this, go through it kind of quick. It's the same goddamn sewer over and over and over again. Like, I'm becoming less and less enamored with the game as I keep playing it. Now, I saw red or orange or whatever you want to call it in there. Yes. Starting to like lift off, man. I hope this ends soon, because I am not long for streaming. Get out of here. Oh, I'm so slow. Oh my god. It's one of those goddamn things, I don't remember what they're called. It's a new model. It's relatively new. Oh shit, don't die, bro. That was fun. Okay, now I'm fully awake again. God damn, what's this thing called? Probably don't want to get in front of it. Definitely don't want to stand in crap. Definitely don't want to be in that either, probably. Come on. Let's get rid of these guys. Oh, no. We gotta move. Oh my god, don't get stunned. Jesus Christ, the chain stunning. Chain stunning's real bad. Oh my god. Time to move. Oh, you know what I could be doing? I could be using that. Definitely don't want to be in front of it. That's just bad news. It kind of spits off to the sides and stuff, so you really don't have that much of a wiggle room with them. Oh my god, that hurts so bad when that hits. Do not get in that blast. Jesus. Bosses hit hard. That's good though. Come on, man, don't get stuck. I walked right into it. Walked right into it anyways. Oh my god, did I... That's crap. Fuck. They need to establish where that skull ends a little bit better. Oh, that stun is so bad. That's so gnarly. It's so gnarly. Come on. Stun lock is so gnarly. That epicenter will kill you. He's almost dead. It does seem to be stunning. Gotta move. We just can't leave this area, because if we get too far from him, he doesn't have that much of a chase. And he heals back to full if he has to chase you. stun, man. The stuns. At least I can heal while stunned. I have time before he does that. I should be hitting him a little bit longer than I am. That's a problem. Yeah, see, I could have stayed on him a little bit longer. It needs to be a bit of warning that when you're out of focus, too, because if you're focusing on paying attention, you're not noticing that you're almost out of energy or whatever the hell it's called. Just small quibbles. These are things that can be fixed before the game comes out. What can't be fixed in 3 months is the fact that I've seen the dungeon or the sewers every single time I played a quest on here, and they're really starting to kind of grind on me. I'm just curious what's this way. I know it wants me to go that way. Hey, Joe Rosa, how you doing? Looks like a phone game or run until next game. No, it's better than either one of those. It's not bad. But after 2 hours of playing, I've kind of seen the same environment over and over again. I'm starting to kind of... I'm hitting my limit a little bit. I was actually actively dozing off there for a bit until that boss fight. I do give more credit than a phone game, though. It is enjoyable. I am liking it. But the variety so far is not there at the moment. Maybe if I'm hauling through with like 4 people. There's the shrine. Get past the barrier. Okay. But yeah, to say it's a PSP game or a phone game, I think that's a little disingenuous. It reminds me of old school Diablo 2. To be quite honest with you. It's just not as varied yet. But you're also working within the Warhammer license, and there's only so much you can do with that, because if you're working within an existing license, you have to work with the enemies that are in that license. And at the end of the day, there's only so many Chaos enemies you can throw in. By the way, glad to have you in chat. I always like seeing new faces. Hope you enjoy your time here. Looks appropriately nurgly, for damn sure. Let's get things in a nice big old train so I can just drop that and do that a couple times. Start hacking through them. The goal is to get surrounded by as much as you can and just bust open that slash like that when you drop the banner, and it just cuts through things real nice. This was not the way to go. But it's alright. We'll go back the other way. There it is. That's one. I'd imagine I have to find one more. How you doing, by the way, Joe Rose? Do you have an interest in Chaosbane at all, or are you just taking a look at the game? What brings you to the channel, as it were? Okay, you gotta die right now. Yeah, he does kill those little bastards, doesn't he? I'm afraid of that. Bring it all. Come on in, guys. Big up. There we go. I'm the best of the... Okay, fair enough. I mean, it's not every game needs to be for everyone. I don't hate it. Like, I've seen worse games. And when I first started, I was real high on it. But as the night's been going on, I've been kind of decreasing my opinion of it. Because it is very repetitive. There's a lot of things I want it to do that it's not doing. I sense a lot of potential here. And I want to play around with the other classes before I make my final decision on it. And keep in mind, this is just a beta for a game that's over 3 months from coming out. So still a lot of fine-tuning and polishing that can be done on it right now. To gather everything up in a big group and then just cut through it like that. There's the other one. Besides dying, I still really don't have anything to spend gold on. I wonder if that's locked behind the beta, or if they'll actually flesh that stuff out when the full game's out. Here we go.
Behold, brothers and
Chaos
sisters, the Eye of Argoth. Lord Nurgle is pleased at Magnus's fall, and he has favored me with his blessing. Asavar Kul is dead, but soon a new Chaos Lord will rise to take his place. All hail the Lord of Pestilence!
Yeah. Hail Nurgle. Gotcha. I'm gonna murder the hell out of that dude. Oh no, he's gonna get away. I'll murder the hell out of all these people. That's pretty funny. Come on. Okay, nice love chests. That's disgusting.
I killed most of the cultists, but Kessler, he was as powerful as anything we faced at Kislev. Capturing him wasn't an option.
And what of Kessler himself?
Okay, I think we're approaching the end of the beta because that line of dialogue did not match up with the subtitles here.
He escaped, High Lawmaster. I could not stop him.
What does that mean?
It means the cult was the least of our worries, Captain. They were nothing more than a means to an end.
What does that tell us?
Yeah, we gotta be at the end of the the beta, because that dialogue was not filled out yet. And remember, this beta actually is a real beta. It's not like say, when EA releases a beta, and it's like a week before the game comes out, and it's mainly just a pre-order drive. This game's still like 3-4 months out. I mean, it might not be the end of the beta. So, I tried to play... I have a code to get for the alpha of Torchlight Frontiers. And I tried to get into that last night, but you have to get the ARC client. And every time I tried to update the game, the ARC client would just shut out, so I couldn't play it. But I do have the alpha to that. I'm going to try to play it next week. I won't be streaming over the weekend, unfortunately. But when I get the chance, I will try to play Torchlight Frontiers. I am sitting on a code for that. And yeah, I know Path of Exile just had a new one come out. I had... I have never finished Grim Dawn, but I like Grim Dawn quite a bit, and I do know they have their new expansion coming out as well. And yes, Act 1 all the way up to level 20. I'm level 14 right now, but I could be ahead of the curve. I'm not positive, because I have to imagine Act 1 will end probably before I hit the level cap. The inventory is a bit of a mess. The inventory is definitely a bit of a jumbled mess. So, Joe Rosa, what you're looking at isn't a phone game menu. What you're looking at is a menu optimized for consoles. This game is very clearly designed to be on the PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. Down to the fact that when you look at what little customization there is for it, it uses PlayStation and Xbox like icons and everything on there. Yeah. Okay. Favorite point needed, favorite point enough fragments. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, that's what those fragments are for. I was wondering about that. I'm into this. This is cool. I'm way into this. Yeah, exactly, Joe Rosa. The game is designed for consoles first, PC second. I can just tell by playing around with it. Okay, I'm definitely into this tree. But to go back to what I was talking about, it is very disappointing that this game is not clearly streamlined for PC yet. They might hammer out those kinks before the final release, but it is very, very much meant to be played on console, and it's kind of obvious it's meant to be. As if you take a look under the hood. Bastion against corruption. Yeah, I do like that. We'll put that on. Take that off, we'll put that on.
There is no time to waste, Captain. A champion of Nurgle is loose beneath the streets of Nuln, and the city is in terrible danger.
I don't understand. We destroyed the cult. How can things be worse?
A chaos cult is an extension of its master, Captain Volan. Most are nothing more than depraved souls, dabbling in powers beyond their ken. But Kessler is different. Somehow he learned enough forbidden lore to win Nurgle's blessing and rise to the rank of champion.
I should have guessed the truth when you first fought the Ungors. No human cult could command such loyalty from the Beastmen. They are here to form the Chaos Champions War Band.
Hey there, my name is Coulter. So, how's the game? When I first started playing, I was pretty into it. I was like, okay, this is cool. It's kind of rough, but I'm into it. But the longer I've been going, I'm at like hour... let's take a look here. I've been streaming for roughly just over 2 hours. At this point, it's starting to get kind of repetitive, which is bad for an ARPG. That's not a good thing. I've seen like the same sewers just over and over and over again, and it's starting to... I was actually dozing off there for a little bit. It is 3 months away. This is a closed beta for a game that is 3 months out. So you have your weird bugs and things that can be smoothed over by then. Is it $60 worth? Hell no. This is a good $20 or $30 game, I think, especially if you get some other people to play for you. Once again, I am just giving you impressions based on the 2 hours that I have played on the beta alone in the first act with this one character of 4 separate characters that they have out there. So it's very limited in my impressions. It does some things really cool. I like that god tree. That looked real cool. I like how the skills are done up. You'll get access to every skill that a character class has, but you only have enough power points to slot like 30 points of skills or 40 points of skills, so you can't just take the most powerful everything. You have to decide, I want the rank 3 shield bash and maybe the rank 2 swipe. There's a lot of cool concepts here. There's a lot of bad stuff too, and repetitiveness, and it seems to be the big thing. But once again, I'm only 2 hours into the game.
They will have been promised blood and flesh in return for their service. Now that the champion has ascended, he must pay their price or risk the wrath of Nurgle. If Kessler unleashes them on the city, the slaughter will be terrible.
Well, thank you, my name is Coulter. I appreciate it. Thank you for dropping by. I always like seeing new faces in the chat. It has been roughly 2 hours, so I'm going to go ahead and take this time to promote the stream real quick. If you like what you see here, please feel free to give a follow. If you're sitting on a Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime sub account and you haven't used it, I'd appreciate it here. But if you don't use it here, use it somewhere. Give it to your favorite streamer. It does go to waste if you just sit on it. Also, bits are an option. Never feel obliged to do any of that stuff, though. I'm just happy to have you all here. This has been actually a good night for streaming with this game. More people seem to be interested than I thought it was going to be. Disclosures, by the way, this is the closed beta. I am playing on PC, and this copy was given for free by the developers, publishers, PR, etc. So anything that I say, keep that stuff in mind, that I did not pay for this. It was given for free.
I have sensed the presence of chaos magic deep in the sewers. Search the area and follow Kessler's trail back to his lair. Once we've found his hidden camp, we will decide what to do next.
You know, I was going to shut it off after that mission, but I think we're close to finishing up Act 1. I think we're going to go ahead and try to plow it out and see if we can't get to it. It's 11:30 right now. We'll see. Back in these goddamn sewers again. My God. I get it's Nurgle, man. I totally do. We're cutting through stuff real easy now, though. There needs to be a better, like, maybe a sound or some kind of, like, warning when you're getting low on your focus, because far too often I'm attacking with a special and it's not doing anything because I don't realize I'm out of whatever they call that. I can't remember if it's skill or focus or it's whatever a warrior equivalent of mana is. You've all seen it in many games. My goal is very much to drag as many enemies around him at once and then just smack them all with the big attack there. Oh, hey, buddy. See, like that right there, I didn't notice I was out of... I don't know what the hell you would call it. Focus? Oh, you know what it is? It's this guy. He's healing people too, I think. There we go. Damn beast, man. Get out of here. See, like that. I didn't have any focus. Yeah, there's that focus meter down there, but when you're focused on dodging and trying to attack, your eyes aren't drifting down to that there. There needs to be some kind of, like, I don't know, audio cue or visual cue or something besides this little, this here running out. Like in Diablo, that's, like, nice and big and, like, right there. I wonder, actually, there aren't many options. I can make the HUD... Oh, Jesus, that actually doesn't make the HUD size anything. It just, it just, does that. That doesn't actually change the resolution or anything. That's bad. Once again, that's one of those things I look at and I go, okay, this was designed for a console. But hey, it is beta. It's 3 months out. Plenty of time to fix things like that. It's just kind of rough to deal with right now. Oh, shit. Look at these bastards. That will stun. If it hits, don't get stunned. Come on. Gotta remember I have that. That will stun them. Keep forgetting I have that move. Don't stand for green stuff. Typical boss fight, not boss fight, but typical action RPG rules. That's one of them. Come on, man. There we go. I'm so happy that didn't kill me, because I just stood there and took it.
Found it. This must lead straight to Kessler's lair. I'd best inform the High Lawmaster.
Okay. Let's go talk to the High Lord Master.
Kessler's trail led to an ancient cavern that connects to the sewers. It's part of a network of caves that run for miles to the west, beyond the edge of the city.
Now we know how the servants of Chaos were getting into the sewers. There's an ancient set of ruins west of the city. Perhaps that is where the enemy's camp is hidden.
I do not doubt it. Prepare yourself, Captain Volan. There will be hard fighting ahead.
Yeah, okay. Let's definitely equip some new stuff. Because we have some more skill points. We have now an extra 5 that we can slap something else onto here. Okay, that's good. I definitely like that. I'm a big fan of that. Big fan of that. You know, I am not using break for the ranks nearly as much as I thought it'd be, so let's take that off. Let's put that right there. That gives me 4 skill points left. With those 4, I will not do any of that. I will do nothing. What does this do?
Burn our enemies.
Alright, I'm into that. That's a good
The time
skill.
to strike is now. Witch Hunter Voss has assembled his men here at the tower. They will move in as soon as you have breached the camp's defenses and defeated Kessler. The Beastmen will have fortified their camp using whatever materials are at hand. They will be present in great numbers and hungry for human flesh. The key to victory is Kessler. Defeat him, and the others will break, just as they did at Kislev.
Back into the sewers. Okay, at least this area doesn't look sewer. I mean, it's still sewers, but it looks different. The other places, I mean, it was starting to get a little ridiculous. Let's see how well this actually does.
Our enemies.
All right, pretty well. It's not as powerful as my strong attack, whatever that is, the whirling attack, but it does do damage over time far more consistently and longer. And I can keep attacking while that's going, so that's good. That's good. That's a good thing. Come on, more people. Bring them all in. Oh yeah, we gotta get rid of this guy. I don't like you. Get out of here. Oh, those guys. Okay, 1 second, please.
Burn our enemies.
Yeah, that's a nice little thing to do. That really did damage us pretty well. Got a long cooldown, that's the only problem. Can't get past it. It's a bit of a noise. God damn it, would you stop hitting me? I swear to God, man. Enemies like that show that the game is very much meant for multiple players, because fighting them one-on-one is rough, because he's always going to be kind of pushing you back, and you have to get to him and he pushes you back. That's clearly something that's meant with a 4-player standard in mind, as opposed to a single-player standard. Because it's just difficult to get to him. Come on, guys. That's right. Shield kick, that's it. Give me 1 second, let's let things calm down, and I will definitely take a look at what that skill is. Shield strike that increases the chances of blocking, generates additional energy for each. Oh yeah, energy is a problem right now. So anything that increases my energy is more than welcome. Energy is the focus slash skill slash whatever meter that you want, whatever this gold here is. Right about there. hey, buddy.
Burn our enemies.
There we go. Very nice. It's weird that your damage numbers fill over your head, not theirs. Gotta get out of this corner, guys. Come on. I really should see what gear I have, too. Just if there's anything better. Okay, let's see what we got. See if there's anything worth equipping, because I get the feeling I'm getting close to a boss. Yeah, definitely equip that. No, it's too much. Well, it's that armor piercing. No, we're not going to do it. That will definitely equip. Okay. Are you literally saying I could have just come this way to begin with? That better be an empty space and not something that I just... Okay, here we go.
Burn our enemies.
That's exactly what that's for, right there. Oh, he's got to die. He's killing it. They're healing each other. God damn Bannerman. Okay, there's just the healers. Take care of the other ads. Then focus on the spawn. This guy's slowing me down. That's a real annoying combination. Oh, get out of there. Yeah, remember they blow up. God damn it, that literally does just go back the way it came. Okay, we're going down. We're going down. Oh, hey there, buddy.
Our enemies.
You are quite interesting, Ricky. Very similar mechanically to the thing I fought earlier. Get out of there, get out of there. Come on. Move, move, I'm dead. We will spend some gold just to resurrect right here. Pay to revive. And from what I can tell, no, that's not a microtransaction thing. It's just gold I've been getting in-game. Will that make it to the final product? No idea.
Enemies.
Move, you gotta move. I gotta be better prepared for that wind-up. I'm not paying attention to it. Okay, well we have to be on the right way then, right? I'm definitely more awake now than I was earlier, I can tell you that. Oh, stop going so slow. Yes, I know it's because I'm poisoned or whatever the hell you call that. I mean, that's gotta be it, right?
Father Nurgle, Lord of Plagues, hear me! Long
Father of
have I
Festering,
worshipped
grandfather
you.
of
Great
Gangrene,
are the
first in his
deeds
name.
I have done in your name. I have performed your darkest rites. I have sacrificed the flesh of innocence in your name.
So you're gonna get turned into Grandfather Nurgle?
Not another word, heretic.
Or, I
It's
mean, Greater
over.
Unclean One?
They're
over, you blind fool.
Now, what could be cool is that
Chaos
if every
is
act dealt with a different
eternal,
form of chaos. So, like, the next act would be Corn, and then you would
its
have
champion.
Slaanesh, and then Sneech. Because I'm convinced the sorceress at the beginning was Sneech with the way she dressed and looked.
I bet Asavar Kool thought the same thing. Right up to the moment he died.
Another will rise to take Cool's place. The Harbinger has sought out the shattered pieces of his army and found a new champion to seek the favor of the Chaos Gods and assume mastery of the Horde.
The Harbinger. Is that what she calls herself? Tell me where she is, and I just might spare your life.
Look at you, grasping at shadows. The Harbinger is far beyond your reach. And as for my life, it belongs to Nurgle, Lord of Pestilence and Decay. I give it to him freely in return for vengeance. You have been deceived.
So if they're going to roll out a Greater Unclean One, and that is what they did, the Great Unclean. Okay, so awesome. So this game could be awesome if every act is a different Chaos God, and not just all Nurgle. Because if it's all Nurgle, we've seen all the enemies of the Nurgle Raw, so it's going to get real boring real quick. But if it's every act is a Chaos God, that means the next act will have like Bloodletters. If the Simeon's Corner, you'll have like Bloodletters and Juggernauts, and eventually a Bloodthirst at the end, and then you'll have Slaanesh with Demonettes and those weird Thrasher things they ride around in. And then the final one will be Sneech with the Blue Horrors and such like that, and then finally the giant bird thing. And then you can have Act 5 with the Chaos Undivided, maybe fighting with an Arcanon fight at the end or something like that. If that's the case, I'm no longer complaining about the environments because it makes sense to me. That means each act is going to be wildly different as you go out through the game. That said, having you only access to the first act without having any of it's a rough start, but we'll see when the final version of it comes out. Let's beat the hell out of this Great Unclean. Okay. So, don't be standing like that. I see how that works. He is about to give birth to something. Oh, shit. And now we get the Nurgle Sword. Nurgle Sword. Ow! Bro. Don't stand in his way, man. We're better than that. Hide behind something, because that's disgusting. And probably pretty high damage. Now he's gonna do his wall. Traps behind it, it hurts. That sucks. Heck, this is all the time I could be hitting him. I wonder how much that hurts. I don't want to find out. It looks like he has 3 hit bars. I'm going to assume we're going to roll into a different form here in a second. Come on, I can get him down. There we go. Oh, that does kind of hurt pretty well. Oh, and it poisons you real good, too. Alright, new life bar attacks are different. Well, not different, but they are out of order. Don't just stand there. Don't. I only have that one thing up. That's kind of a problem. I remember I can do that too. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's disgusting. And then he walls himself off for a bit. Okay. So this fight's gonna take a little while. Get rained down on. Can I come in here and start welling on him? Looks like I can. It's in the process of hitting that at the same time. Get spit up. Oh, come on. That was behind that. Don't be near him. Get pestilence. Drop. Oh, okay. That hurt. Damn it. Almost got him down to that next health level. Wait for him to pop that up, and then attack him afterwards.
Burn our enemies.
He is moving into the next form. Okay, he's got some plague bearers with him now as well. That's definitely the same. Okay, bad, horrible. Steal through it. Go through it, man. You can do it. I believe in you. Just don't get stunned. That's going to get you killed. Oh my god. Okay. We are in kind of a dangerous spot right now. Oh, don't get stuck. Just kind of dodge for a little bit. Get your health up. There we go. Just whatever you do, don't die, bro. Get your way through there so you don't get hit by the spell. Oh shit, I forgot he does that afterwards now. Okay, hide where you can. It's kind of like the save. Oops, wrong button, but this works. Can I get to him? Yeah. Okay, now hit him. Now beat the hell out of him. God damn it. Fight through it. You disgusting bastard. Also, you would be dead. You are a human. You have, like, Ebola syphilis. Like, every vile thing known to man is now
I
infested in
sensed
you.
the greater demon force its way into our world and feared the worst.
Is that what it was? I thought it was Nurgle himself.
The Eye of Argoth, where is it?
Over there, on what's left of Kessler.
Leave it to me. I'll make sure it doesn't tempt anyone else.
What about the sorceress?
Kessler called her the Harbinger. According to him, she's tracked down the remnants of Azavar Kul's army and is searching for a champion to lead it.
Where is she, this harbinger of chaos?
I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. Prague?
What's that?
My agents in the north tell me that a large part of Kul's army fled the Battle of Kislev and returned to the ruins of Prague. I'd assume they would take ship and return to the Chaos Wastes. But now that I've heard about this Harbinger, I'm not sure. Perhaps we might learn more there.
Perhaps so. It will be dangerous, but at the moment, I see no other choice.
Prague is more than 2 weeks' march from here. We'll never get there in time.
Not so, Captain. There is a waystone near Prague that we can use. I can link to it from the stone here in Nuln and send you through.
No dialogue, okay. Let me get my loot, man. Expeditions and boss rush unlocked, and the beta is now over at roughly 3 hours. In fact, the exact time would be 2 hours and 50 minutes that I've been streaming, so probably 2 hours and 40 minutes, 2:35, because I do take some time to introduce the chat and have a countdown for people to come in. And that is Warhammer Chaosbane's beta of Act 1. Couple of final disclaimers, just so you know. This copy was provided for free by the publisher, and so I didn't pay for it, so anything that I'm about to say, just keep that in mind. Also, if you have been watching this entire time, thank you for showing up. I do appreciate it. We had one hell of a busy chat tonight. I always thank everyone for coming by. If you like what you see here and you want to see more, please give me a follow. It lets me know when I go live. I do have my podcast GamePoints Mondays at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here at this channel, and I'll play games Tuesday through Thursday at 9 roughly until about midnight. I also sometimes stream on the weekends. The best way to find out is, of course, to follow or join our Discord server down below, regardless if you're watching here at Twitch TV or when this link goes up on YouTube. Final thoughts on the game. There is potential here. When I first started, I was way into it, but goddamn did I not, like, you probably see it if you roll back an hour or so. I was starting to doze off, I was starting to sleep. But then it started picking back up because the difficulty spiked again. That was cool. If this does what I hope it does, and every act is devoted to a specific Chaos God, it's called Chaosbane, so I'd imagine it would be, that could be cool, and that would help deal with the variety problem, because the biggest problem that I was having going on into it was that it was just the same enemies over and over and over again. Because you're working with an existing license, you kind of have to work in the realm of what they've already created. And when it comes to Nurgle, you got like Nurglings, Plague Bearers, a couple of your bigger beasts, and a Greater Unclean One, and that's about it. Hope, and if this does what I hope it's going to do, let's take Khorne, for example, on the next act. If it is Khorne, you'll have Bloodletters, and then you have, like, Juggernauts, you'll have Berserkers, and some good stuff thrown in there as well, and you'll probably find a Bloodthirster at the end. If it is going to follow that. Once again, this is a beta. I don't have any advanced knowledge of that. That's just my spitball on the wall, kind of what I'd like to see. The interface needs a lot of work. A lot of work. Someone in chat was comparing it to a phone game, and while I was saying it's not really like a phone game, he does have a point in some things. It does need to be polished. Now, I know the game doesn't release for another 3 months or so, but it does need some fine-tuning. While on the topic of polished, you can clearly tell that this game was meant for consoles and ported a little bit poorly, in my estimation, to a PC. Especially when you're having, like, tutorials that have the wrong keys assigned, and I can't reassign keys, and if you look through the options, they don't have any general key reassignments. It just says, do you want to use a keyboard, Xbox controller, or a PlayStation controller? Guys, come on, man. I need to be able to reassign my keys. What if I had, like, this is an extreme example, but like missing fingers or something like that, and I need to be able to move faster? When you have a mouse and keyboard, there's no reason not to be accessible like that. I need to be able to reassign my keys to buttons that I enjoy. I love the art style when it's not repetitive. I love that, like I kind of gushed a little bit over it. That church where the Emperor is like in stasis or whatever, with all the stained glass windows behind there, or the release painting to the walls. That stuff looks really cool. The sewers, at first, I was like, okay, that's cool. But as the night went on, I kind of got tired of seeing it. It is very Warhammery. The flair is definitely there. The action, as far as the core gameplay goes, I need to see more of it before I can make my final decision on it. It is a standard action RPG, okay. It doesn't really do anything stand out, but there are two things I really like. One, that you'll be able to get all the skills. You just can't equip all of them. You have to slot in those skill points to make it work. That's going to lead to a whole variety of builds. I'm sure a meta will come, but we'll see how that shakes out. Keep in mind there are other classes, which I haven't taken a look at. Probably won't. Not until we get a more refined build. I think I've seen what I need to here. Also, that god tier of links that you put in fragments in to expand out and out and out, I can see that getting really cool. It's kind of like a simultaneous Paragon system that you find in Diablo, where it's a second skill tree, essentially, that let you level up alongside other things. I like that as well. That is very cool. That kind of wraps up my thoughts on the demo. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Once again, if you like what you see here, follows, likes, subscribes, bits, all that good stuff, you know what to do. But by no means feel obligated to. I'm just glad to have you here. And until next time, I'll see you all then. I will be live Monday at 8 p.m. for GamePoints podcast. Until then, y'all have a good night. Or morning. Or wherever it happens to be, wherever you're at.